Acharya Shri Vijay Vallabh School, Pune brings to you a webinar on sports. Chalo Khele, to keep kids active and provide a means to increase their physical stamina and fitness, to strengthen their brain-body connection, enhance mood and increase productivity, to help children perform better academically and in their daily chores by our speaker Shweta Singh. To indulge kids in outdoor sports and help them in stimulating their imagination to develop a positive attitude. Our chairman, Shri Subhashji Parmar, has inspired and guided us to channelize kids' natural energy in a meaningful way. To commit ourselves to be healthy and fit, let's begin with our today's interesting webinar.
A very happy morning to everyone. With warm greetings, I, Farida Sayyed, on behalf of Acharya Shri Vijay Vallabh School, feel highly privileged to welcome you all to the series of Facebook Live Vijay Vallabh Sunday Hour. With the inspiration and guidance from our chairman, Shri Subhashji Parmar Sir, and members of the Education Committee, organized today a very fascinating Facebook live webinar with our eminent speaker, Mrs. Shweta Singh, on the topic sports. Our vision is to empower the youth and bring all the stakeholders together. Each day makes you smarter. So today, let's explore into this session and know more on the topic sports. Chalo Khele. I'm sure it will really help and give you the jump start to your day. Now, I request our respected principal, Mrs. Snehal Kataukar ma'am, to brief us about our school activities. Over to you, ma'am.
Good morning to one and all. It's a great pleasure to welcome you all to Vijay Vallabh Sunday Hour. From the bottom of my heart, I thank our today's renowned speaker, Mrs. Shweta Singh, for accepting our request and ready to preside our today's webinar on an interesting topic, sports. It is rightly said, the 5 S of sports training are stamina, speed, strength, skill, and spirit. But the greatest of these is spirit. Sports help us to improve our health. It keeps us fit, fine, active, and makes a man a moral human being. It is also considered as an excellent stress booster. We at Acharya Shri Vijay Vallabh School provide a wonderful blend of academics, sports, and cultural activities in our curriculum. We always feel proud of our passionate students who practice and participate in the various school and inter-school competitions like swimming, taekwondo, boxing, running, and various team activities like volleyball, basketball, kho-kho, kabaddi, and bring laurels to our school. We encourage our students to be physically active, fit, and fine because sport is a crucial part of students' growth and development and helps to improve memory, stimulates creativity, improves self-esteem, boosts emotional fitness, and develops teamwork and skills. With these thoughts, I wholeheartedly thank our chairman, Shri Subhashji Parmar Sir, for the strong support and the guidance given to us for this webinar. Lastly, I would like to tell my all dear viewers, always try. Do not mind if you fail after trying. but don't fail to try. So keep participating and keep learning in the various sports activities. So let's move further and get enlightened on the topic sports. Thank you. Over to you, Farida.
Thank you, madam. Now, it's an honor and privilege for me to introduce our today's guest of honor. On behalf of our school, I am extremely glad to welcome our guest, Mrs. Shweta Singh, for today's Vijay Vallabh Sunday Hour. Ma'am is the founder, director of Get Out and Play India. Get Out and Play India is a sports startup focused on bringing good quality, easily accessible sports activities closer to home for every child. Ma'am holds master's degree in marketing and has more than 11 years of experience across strategy, research, business development, marketing, and sales functions with top MNCs. Being a basketball and rope mallakham player herself, this mother of a 10-year-old embarked on her journey to make playing and sports fun again for all, including children and adults with special needs. Today, with this vision, Get Out and Play India has 1,000 plus active children in 32 communities, a team of 95 plus coaches, equipment partners like Decathlon, and a very accomplished group of advisors from the disability and inclusion sector, as well as women in sports leaders, influencing the development of children at grassroots level. Additionally, Get Out and Play India, India's flagship program, Veera, is aimed at engage girls of all age groups into active sports. Ma'am, we are indeed very fortunate to have you with us this beautiful morning. Now, I request ma'am to share her valuable views. Over to you, Shweta ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the wonderful introduction. And I sincerely appreciate school chairman and principal, ma'am, for such a wonderful initiative. I have got the opportunity to go through few of the webinars before. And as a parent, I must say it has been very thought-provoking. So let's get started today. I think I've got the most interesting topic of all. Let me just give me a minute, sorry. Okay. So I'm back. Yes, so let's keep this this conversation very interactive. Yeah? Whatever questions you have, please put in the chat box. I will try and get back to you on those questions. In case I'm unable to answer it now, we will ensure that we note it down and respond to you later on. Yeah. So participate wholeheartedly. It's all about sports. So everybody here, parents, children, everybody has played. So I'm sure it's closer to everyone's heart here. Okay. So the first question for today, I would like to start with, how are you feeling right now? I want each one of you just right now. So how are you feeling? If you can put in the chat box. So you may feel maybe stressed, you're not feeling anything, you're feeling happy, you're feeling whatever at this point of time. Yes, please put it in the chat box. In next maybe 15 seconds, please. Confident. Happy, be fresh, good. Last 5 seconds. Nice. Okay. Energetic, happy, feeling special. Kids are always very energetic. Yes. Okay, great. So what we are going to do is now keep this in your mind. Okay. And we are going to have a small activity. In our workshops, we generally do a 30 minutes, but let's just do a 3 minute. Okay. So everybody, if you can stand up and do this activity with Coach Nabil. So quick introduction. So Coach Nabil is masters in sports management from Barcelona. Has represented India on futsal on various platforms, as well as has been playing actively in various clubs. So hi Nabil, over to you for next 3 minutes. It's all yours.
Hi ma'am. Hi ma'am. Good morning everyone. Are you all excited?
Yes.
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 Perfect. Okay, sounds good. Okay, we'll start activities for next 3 minutes, and all you have to do is just follow me and follow my instructions. Okay, so the first activity is everyone please get up, leave your chairs, get up, and you have to do spot jogging. For next 20 seconds, we are going to do spot jogging. We start in 3, 2, 1, go. Come on. You have to show some more intensity. More 10 seconds, come on. Okay. Now take a break. And we'll switch to next activity, which is high knees. Okay, we need to do high knees. Start. 3, 2, 1, go. Keep your hands up. Try to touch your knees to your hands. Okay. Take a 5 seconds break. Everyone take a 5 seconds break. Next is foot fire. So take a 5 seconds break. 3, 2, 1. Switch to foot fire. Okay. The floor is lava. You have to tap your foot very fast. Come on. Stop. More 10 seconds. And 5, 4, 3. Come on, everyone. 2, and 1. Perfect. Again, 5 seconds break. Relax, breathe. Everyone breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, next is jumping jacks. For next 20 seconds, we'll do jumping jacks. You know how to do jumping jacks? Just follow. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. 5 seconds. Come on. More intensity. It's gonna get better. And next 5 seconds, we start with our activities. 5, 4, breathe. 2, 1. Okay. Next activity is squat jumps. Go to squat position. And you have to squat and you have to jump. So squat and jump. Squat and jump. Squat and jump. Jump. Come on, everyone. Jump higher. For 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Take a 5 seconds break. Everyone take a 5 seconds break. Breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. Easy. Relax. The last exercise is mountain climbers. Okay, you have to go down on the floor. And you have to climb the mountains. 3. Next 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Come on. Come on, everyone. Everyone breathe, relax. We are done. Everyone breathe, breathe in, breathe out. Easy, relax, smile. I want to see everyone smile. Good, that's perfect. Thank you, and over to you, ma'am.
That's awesome, Nabil. Thank you so much, Nabil.
Yeah, but
So you should have seen the smiles on everybody's face when they were doing it, right? That's the pure joy of doing sports. Okay, so now quickly the second question. If you can just quickly tell me how you're feeling now. Okay, so if you've said relaxed, maybe on scale of 1 to 10, you can say 9 relaxed or less relaxed, maybe 5 relaxed, or you're very stressed, you're still very stressed. So just put in the chat box what you're feeling right now. And if you want to scale it, you can scale it from 1 to 10, how you're feeling. I'm feeling 8, very good. I'm feeling 3, not so good. 10, relax. Nice. Very good. Good. 5 more seconds. Someone is still a little stressed. Yes. Good. Your honest response. Yes. Relaxed. Good. Awesome. So why we did this is something I'm going to tell you as we progress in the presentation. Yes. So for now, again, let me just quickly. I have one more quick question for all of you. Yeah. Now this is for children and parents. Yeah. So for children, your question is, why do you like playing sports? Okay. Why do you like playing sports? Use any adjective, like one word. Why would you like to play sports? Parents, why do you want your parent, or why do you want your children to play sports? Yeah. So question for children is, why do you want to play sports? Parents, why do you want your children to get into sports? Give me some nice smileys here. Still happy? Yes. Good health, yes. Cricket. But why do you want to play cricket? To feel fit, yes. Energetic, yes. Refreshed mind, yes. Good. Health, healthy, active, yes. True. Okay, everyone. So good. Now we have all the answers here. I can see a lot of you have said healthy, active body, a lot of fitness, fresh. I feel active. Awesome. Now let's see what the research says. Okay, it's very much aligned to what you say. So there was a US-based research that was done across 8,000 children and parents, and this is exactly what they felt and what they saw was. So first is fitness. Yes, all of you have said that. Your bone density is better, your muscular strength is better, you feel very agile the entire day, stamina, everything. So fitness is the core, right? The sense of belonging, that I'm a part of a team, I'm playing with my friends, yes. Learning motor skills, then self-worth. When I'm on the ground, I feel like, I can achieve something. Confidence, even the shyest person would open up on ground. Life skills, yes. And moral development, because played with a lot of integrity. What also came out in the entire survey was the transferable skills. that sports teaches you. What are transferable skills? Are something skills which not only you feel or you learn on ground, but it's something that you will take with you at home, at school, when you grow up, at work. Yes. So what are the transferable skills that you've learned? Goal setting. Yes. When you know that your race is maybe 2 weeks down the line, you start prepping, right? So you know how to prep. You time manage accordingly. Emotional control. Yes. We see however angry you are, you've lost, but you learn to control your emotions and congratulate the other team, right? So that's controlling your emotion, controlling your aggression. Leadership. Yes. You would see the shyest of person, most introvert person would lead a team on ground. Yes. Team spirit. So everybody plays for team and not for me. And patience. A lot of patience. So these were the common things that the research showed. But did the children want to play because of fitness? Did the children want to play because of their health or being a part of the team? So now in the next video, let's just understand what children want. Yeah, just play the video, please. These are our Get Out and Play India children. So we've just asked them a random question that why do you like playing?
It makes me feel really happy and really playful. I feel energetic
And
and feel excitement.
More reaction and reflexes, and in football you get more speed and strength. It helps me concentrate, make me more agile, and I become more swift. And it's basically evening time. I like to be with my friends and do the class.
Makes me feel happy, energized, and fresh.
I do sport because it's outdoors and I get to interact with other people. It helps a lot.
Has lots of fun. It makes me feel really happy.
Makes me feel happy.
Feel excitement.
excitement and
I feel happy.
Awesome. So we all have one consensus from our children that they play to feel happy, right? They play to feel a part of the team. And this is exactly what the survey said. Though for us, when we take a step back as parents, as academicians, as coaches, we are looking at the fitness, we are looking at the well-being, which is true. But what kids are looking for is to have fun, yeah? To do something that they are good at. To stay in shape, yes, but it's ranked third. To learn new or improved skills, to be a part of a team. So these were the 5 or 6 main highlights of that survey, how a child feels when the child is playing. So while we want to bring out players, children just want to play and have fun. And why is this important? Why is this important? This is important to know because now this is a survey again from US. It's a developed country, but still 7 out of 10 children leave sports by the age of 10. Yeah. So these are the statistics we have, and why is because they are not having enough fun. Sports for us has been something where we look up to it now as an achievement, right? That a child should be playing a certain level, maybe for school, maybe for district, maybe for national. But what a child wants is to have fun. And when they feel pressured, they leave sports. So it was extremely important for us to first highlight, why do you like sports? And then go back to children and ask that why do they like? And this is a very, very alarming number. This is a developed country. In India, we are still very focused on academics. So sports still has taken a back seat, and we are working towards it. So yes, sports is a necessity, is not a luxury, and absolutely non-negotiable. So like I said, 7 out of 10 or 8 out of 10 children leaving is alarming. And I hope after today's presentation, we can understand that why sports is necessary and how it actually helps in overall development. Okay, so to the next part of it, I would love to see like so many comments, and one of them was about, it makes me active, right? And what makes you active? It's your brain. So did you know that sports actually makes you smarter? So the first point of it, I'm going to cover that how it makes you smarter. And for that, I'll quickly take you through how your brain works. Okay. So I'll just take a few minutes here so that every child here understands how your brain works. So your brain is like a supercomputer, right? So supercomputer, it reads the visuals, it stores it, it processes the information, it converts that information into a knowledge and reproduces it to you. So all these skills, which is your reading, your grasping, your memory, you're storing it, you're processing it, you're using your logic in it, all of this is cognitive skills. Yeah. So all of these together are called the cognitive skills. Okay. So all of this, if you see, it's all happening in your head. So from your sensories, you're seeing things, you're listening to things, you're smelling things, you're grasping it, it's going into your memory, your working memory, then you apply a logic to it, then it goes through your auditory processing, and then it converts into a knowledge. So all of these together are called cognitive skills, right? And these cognitive skills are in various portions of your brain, which are called the lobes in your brain, and different parts of your brain have functions across these. Yes. So let me give you an example. If I ask you now, maybe pick up your pen, what would you do? You'd quickly go grasp a pen and pick it up. It's less than a millisecond. Now you ask a 1-year-old, pick up a pen. He'll stare at you, right? Why is that? Because his cognitive skills and abilities have not developed. And in this one process of picking up a pen, you are listening to the instruction, you're gathering the instruction, you're understanding, you're dividing it into a logical, okay, not a pencil, I need to pick up a pen, then you put it in a knowledge, you go where the pen is, you know where the distance is, you pick it up and you show it to me, right? So all of this process is happening in your brain. And that's called cognitive, your cognitive skills. And this happens due to some brain cells, right, which are called neurons. So, so when I said that go and pick up a pen, you picked up because the neuron of that lobe told you that you need to pick it up, yeah, and transmitted that knowledge. On the right hand side, you see the knowledge bank, which was produced from the brain to your body, right here in your hand. Yes, through neurotransmitters. Now that's very technical, so I won't get into that. But just to understand that these neurons are these light bulbs in your brain, right? And their function is they're taking all the information from all parts of your brain. Yeah, they are interacting with each other so that your attention, your memory, your logic brain, everything works together, with which you can pick up the pen, right? And they transmit these orders or these functions through neurotransmitters, which is called a pathway, right, to each other. So what does this mean? So for you to function properly, for you to pick up the pen properly, you need all these activities happening properly. So for this, you want your neurons stronger. Yes? So let's understand. Now I'll quickly take you through. I won't take a lot of time here. I'll quickly take you through. So whatever functions I told you, they are in different parts of your brain. Like the frontal lobe is also known as the executive function. So it plans, it prioritizes, it organizes for you, right? The temporal lobe, I'll come to this. It's basically, it has the memory, understanding, learning, the facial recognition. It has a very hidden element which is called the hippocampus, which I very fondly call the hippo. Yeah, and it's a very important part of your brain, which I'll talk to you later. Yeah, and then you have your visual, like your visual perceptions, like you recognize that there is a pen, right? And you knew at what distance is the pen, so you quickly went there and picked it up. So that perception happens here behind, which is called the parietal lobe. Yeah, and then we have, for your gross motor skill, there is cerebellum at the back. Yeah? So on a higher level, this is how your brain works. But for all of this to function together, you need neurons, yes, and strong neurons. So now, how does exercise help in all of this? Where does sports come in all of this, right? So if you remember, let's go back to the 3-minute exercise we did. So what happened in that 3 minutes? In that 3 minutes, your brain got activated. Let me show you how. So now this is the brain on the left-hand side, which is static, which is not doing anything. Maybe just listening to me right now. Yeah. On the right-hand side is a brain which has done around 20 minutes of walking. So what do you see? It's more activated, right? All the lobes are activated. Yes. So now what happens is, after 20 minutes of your exercise, your heart starts pumping blood, a lot of blood. And that's oxygenated blood, which goes to your brain. Yeah? And there is, like I said, we feed the hippo. That's what I talked to my daughter about, that you need to feed your hippo every day. So hippo is basically in your temporal. If this is your brain, then hippo is in your temporal lobe. It's inside, it's extremely delicate and very, very important to the body. Yeah? It's the learning, memory, emotional, spatial, all your requirements of your brain. A lot of requirements come from the hippocampus. Yeah. So when the oxygenated blood comes and hippocampus, gets that through neurons. Yeah. Neurons, these neurons get stronger. The neurotransmitters get stronger. And not only that, they can also generate new neurons. And let me tell you, getting new neurons is not easy, because there are only 2 parts in your brain which can produce this. And it can be produced only once you exercise, right? So once these new neurons are there, the old neurons are stronger, the neurotransmitters are stronger, then what will happen? Automatically, all your brain connections start working quickly. Yes? So when we got your brain activated, before that, you were just sitting, you were watching. The moment your brain got activated, you are more receptive. You are more receptive to audio visuals. You're more receptive to analyze and use logic, which is again the cognitive skills. Yes? So that's what that exercise has done to your brain. So if we put it, physical activity stimulates new neurons, brain cells, new connections amongst neurons, new blood vessels in the brain, and better flow of neurotransmitters among brain cells. And this is extremely important. Your brain always needs an exercise to keep on the toe. And to parents and to all the adults, I may say that a lot of time we say that, oh God, I have such a sharp memory, all of a sudden I'm forgetting. Right? It's a very common thing that we see. There are a few times when I'm looking at somebody and I forget the name, which was not the case a few years back. The reason for that is we need to keep our neurons activated. We need to keep our neurotransmitters activated, which we are not doing. Yes. So exercise is the only way where you can do it. Good. So I think we've understood the basic brain, how it works, and how oxygen, once you do high intensity workouts, that's why it's important. Like Nabil was doing very high intensity workouts. Yeah. So when you do high intensity workouts, your cardiovascular workouts, that's when your heart starts beating fast. And that's when it pumps a lot of oxygenated blood to your brain. Yes. So that's the first part of your brain. So now your brain is very happy. The neurons are strong, the neurotransmitters are strong, they are all, talking to each other properly, they are sending this information to your body properly. They are all happy. They also create certain hormones which we call the dose of happiness. Dopamine, oxytocin, the serotonin, the endorphins. Yes. So once you exercise, all these hormones are automatically developed in your brain. And each has a specific function, right? Like a dopamine, right? Your dopamine is like, it gets you very excited, it gets you very motivated. You feel that, that I want to reach somewhere, I want to accomplish something. So that feeling, it comes from dopamine. Oxytocin, I call it the love hormone, basically. The love we feel for each other, for our parents, the trust, the bond, the rely. So how we rely on each other, right? So that bonding, it comes from oxytocin. The serotonin, that's a mood hormone, right? A lot of time you'll see you are getting mood swings, you're angry, you're abruptly getting angry, or you're all over the place. So serotonin keeps you calm, it keeps you composed. Yeah. And then endorphins, it's something that's released during the pain, so that you can overcome that pain, right? So all of this free just by exercising. So once you've done your 20 minutes of exercising, first what happened? All your neurons are strong, all your neurotransmitters are strong. You also have some new neurons, plus you have these dose of happiness. Yes? Now let me quickly tell you what happens if you don't have these dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphin in your blood. Okay? Why this is important? Because a lot of things, if you see, you must be actually feeling and won't know why, right? So like dopamine, when you're deficient in dopamine, you are like, you have a little low self-esteem, you're procrastinating. Oh, you know what, let's not do it today, let's do it tomorrow. You're very anxious, you don't feel like focusing, right? Because that drive is not there, that motivation of dopamine is not there. Now oxytocin, you feel lonely. All of a sudden, everybody is there. It's a festival time, but you are feeling very lonely. You are feeling very disconnected with everyone around you. Again, sleeplessness. Yeah. So that means you're deficient with oxytocin. Then the serotonin, which is basically, like I said, your anxiety, your panic attacks, your mood swings. So during exam time, before exam time, if you're feeling, maybe very anxious, it may be because of the serotonin, going down. And the easy way to is, of course, exercise. Yeah. And then we come to the endorphins. If they are less, again, insomnia, impulsive behavior, a lot of pains, a lot of, anxiety and depression. But if you increase these happiness levels, you may read what you can achieve. There's one common thing in all of this. Anybody wants to point out in the chat box? If you have right dose of happiness, how to increase the right dose of happiness? There's one thing that's written in all of these. Anyone? Exercise. Yes, exercise. Even if you go to a doctor for this, I'm not feeling well, I'm feeling very weak, I can't sleep, I'm feeling very anxious. The first thing everyone will prescribe is exercise. Yeah. So the first thing we learned, again, taking a break, going back. When we did that activity, or when we do a 20 minutes activity, your neurons are strong, your neurotransmitters are strong. So all your cognitive skills are very strong. You have new happy hormones, you have your dose of happiness. Yes. So all of this helps in uplifting your mood at the end of the day and making you efficient. And all is coming from one place, exercise, right? And did you know that laughter makes more neurons? Yeah, which is very important for learning. So, and what better place? I've yet to see someone on the ground who's crying and playing, right? So, or being very fussy or being very crying. Laughter is just whatever you're doing, whatever you're playing. I still remember playing kabaddi, kho-kho, lagori with my friends, or you're playing catch and cook, whatever you're playing, your laughter is very, very natural. So naturally you're making new neurons. So now with all the power you have, with all the neurons you have, all the strength you have in your brain, yeah, all the happy mood you have in your brain, what do? You can process information and situations better, enjoy and emotional balance, reduce your stress, reduce your anxiety. Yes. Better ability to filter out noise. You're more attentive. Like I said, the cognitive skills. Yes. A big part of this is attention. When your cognitive skills are weak at certain points, you cannot multitask. You start skipping from one job to another. Your attention span within class or maybe outside is very, very low, right? So all of that goes once your brain becomes powerful and more attentive. And empowered memory release endorphins in your brain, which makes your mood better and makes you happy. Yes? So all in all, a happy situation for you? Yes? But still we don't have sports every day. Or we don't do sports every day. Yes? Okay, we'll take that later. So then my next question is, what is the best time to exercise? I've already given you the answer, but still, what do you think is the best time to exercise? You want to chat in a chat? Yes. What is the best time to avoid? Morning. Yes. Be honest, okay? Most of you I see playing in the evening at nights. Okay, early morning. Good. Yes, so in philosophy, we all know that sports has to be. Now remember, all your brain is fired up with all that activity. You can grasp so much, yeah? And with all that activity happening, you go and sit on the chair. What will happen? Or you go and watch TV. What happens, right? So it's all gone. So all the energy that you've created and all that, you've gone and sat on front of a television. We're not going to get anything, right? So the best time to exercise is to start the day. Yeah. The first class of the day. We have been debating with a lot of and a lot of schools about, please keep it in the first period because it's going to help in all the other sessions. Yeah? And this is one research was done. It was in Japan, where basically they researched on a few number of students and they made all the sports period in the first period. Yeah. And then within 3 months, they saw 30% increase in better results in academics from children, right? This is actually researched. So that's the reason why we urge all the schools to please start following, PT or sports to be the first period of the school. Now, what it comes from is like, even during our school days, we generally had it in second, third. Last is criminal, honestly, because all that energy, all that, all that bright, this we have, the neurons we have gone wasted. Yes. So what has happened is, when I grew up, I generally either on bicycle or I walked to my school. Yes. So I was already doing a cardiovascular activity when I was going. But right now, because of the restricted space, because of safety and security, there is no movement of a child from morning till the time they reach the school. Yes. So it becomes extremely important to start the day with a cardiovascular activity for at least 20 minutes. Yes. In between sessions, to include it in the part of the curriculum. Why should sports and this be different, right? I remember when we used to get punishments and they were really good. We call it consequences now. At that time, we called punishments. So sit-ups, right? Utak batak. Murga ban jao. And these are actually the best exercises you could have. You squat, right? You squat so many times. This is the best exercises, and that's what we do on playgrounds as well. Make everybody do sit-ups if they've done something wrong. So these are the best kind of this. So between the academics, if the maths class or science class, we should just maybe take a break after like 20 minutes, give them a quick maybe like a job or something, and then get back to studying. It will change the focus completely. Yes, so in between the sessions and immediately after school, if it's required. Then immediately after school, which is the after school activities, what happens is when you go back home, you are more receptive for the next 3 or 4 hours to do your homework, to do the extra work that you're doing, right? Avoid vigorous activity for at least an hour before the bedtime. Now, this is something, especially the toddlers, the younger ones below 7 or 8 years of age, we get a lot of this. My child doesn't sleep till 11 o'clock. My child doesn't this. Yeah. So, so if you're going to go for activity at 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock for a little child, yes, their brain is so activated that they wouldn't sleep, right? So you should avoid any vigorous exercise before your bedtime. This is a very important aspect because it keeps coming to us from parents, from coaches, from teachers that that a single sport should be the focus. Yeah, we time and again emphasize that multiple sports is the way to go. Now I'll tell you how it is related with your brain activity, but first let's look at the physical aspect of it. Yeah. So first is it improves your coordination and your muscle control. Now Roger Federer or maybe Dhoni or anybody, you wouldn't expect them to only play cricket, only play tennis. They have more injuries. What they do is they play multiple sports, which strengthens a certain part of the body. Yeah. So it does that. It also develops some new skills in children. Like if you all have watched Dhoni's story, where he wanted to play football, he played football, and that's why he became an excellent wicket keeper. So there's so many skills you learn from various sports. Therefore, it's very important. And to avoid injury, if you keep playing cricket, if you keep playing badminton, you may get a muscle pull at a certain point. Yeah. So it's extremely important, and you won't burn out. You play 6 days a week, 7 days a week, you're playing 3 sports, you'll come back the other day to play again. So it won't be monotonous. Yes, so multiple sports is extremely important. Now, let me quickly tell you why is it important when it comes to your brain, right? Like the frontal lobe, I told you that it's the executive function where you do your organizing, planning and everything. There you would go for activities which are more cognitive challenging, right? Like open skill activities. Now, open skill activities are activities which are dynamic. So you don't know what the other person is going to do, be it boxing, be it football. Yeah. So you react to a certain situation and that challenges your mind. Yeah? So you have this increased gray matter, which is called the intelligent part of your brain, right? So that and improved memory and learning. The temporal lobes, like I said, the hippo sits there, right? Yeah, and hippo loves to make new neurons when they get oxygen. So how do they get new neurons? When they get more blood. And how do they get more blood? Have more cardiovascular activities there. And you can have some close skill activities also. So your learning and memory improves. Yes. And then parietal lobe. Yeah. Now this is why it's important. It's important to expose children and adults to sensory rich activities, yeah, where they can feel, touch a lot of things. Now let me give you an example of swimming. Right. So swimming is something which includes your vestibular, basically you're going in all direction. Then your proprioception, basically you know where proprioception is basically where you're aware of your body, right? So like let me give you an example. When you close your eyes and you keep your finger in front of your eyes, you know in your mind that your finger is in front of your eyes, right? That's called proprioception. Yes. So all these have sensories to get activated. It happens in this lobe, and for that we say that go for gymnastics, go for sensory rich activities. Yes, and same for the visuospatial demands that you need, and the skill and motor skills that you need. So now from the brain perspective, we have also we will also suggest it's important that you go for multiple sports to activate all parts of your brain. Yes. I'll just take a 2-second break if anybody has a question before I go ahead. Okay. But what happens with all that information and everything you have, right? You've activated your brain, your neurons, your neurotransmitters. You're happy because you've got the dose of happiness, right? You've gone to multiple sports, you've activated every lobe. Then what do? You go and sit in front of the TV. You go and sit in front of the laptop, right? And this is something that it's from a US research, and very much in India, that screen time is twice as much as outdoor sports. It's 24 hours in a week minimum. Yeah. We have more. We have examples on ground of much more. And we have, for now, this is written as 10 hours, which is still healthy, of outside play, but it's less than 6 hours right now. Yes. So screen time has overtaken your physical activity time. So you've activated your brain, and then we go in front of the screen. So what happens to your brain when you go in front of the screen? This happens. Okay. So are you seeing the first here in the red box? This was your brain. This is what it's become. So what has happened? And these are facts from research, right? This is what the scientists all over the globe have researched, and this is what happens. So shrinkage or loss of tissue of gray matter, like I said, the intelligent part. So the gray matter is the thick brain, this we see in the outer circle of every lobe. Yeah. So learning, memory, everything comes from there, and it's shrinking. You're losing the tissue there. Your frontal lobe is impacted. Your executive function, planning, prioritizing, time management, everything is impacted when you're front of the television. Impaired cognitive function. So all that connection you just lose. Yes. Insula is a very important part of the brain, which helps you to empathize with somebody, to bond with somebody, to show compassion. That's why, and that's the reason, a lot of time we see outbursts all of a sudden, mood swings all of a sudden, aggression all of a sudden, because the person is unable to control their emotions, because the insula has been impacted. Yes. I would like to give all the kids here an assignment for a week. Just create a diary for a week from the first day to 7th day. When you come back from playing, just write down how are you feeling. What did you do? Okay, just 2 or 3 things. Exactly what you did. Then after television, just write down how are you feeling. What did you do after that? Okay. And you would yourself understand that when you're in front of TV, post that you're tired, you're a little aggressive, you're a little fighting with your parents. No, I don't want to stop my TV. Why are you doing that? You get agitated. You are distracted. You don't, even if you're in front of your book or you're studying, you won't study because your brain has shut. Yeah. And continuously, if you keep doing that, you know what your brain is becoming, right? Right? It's becoming smaller and smaller. Yes. So this is for parents and all the adults here who are attending, that I'm hoping, like I showed you the statistic, that 7 and 8 out of children are leaving, out of 10 are leaving organized sports. I hope this connection between the brain and the body and exercise, which will help us achieve academic excellence, will change the narrative, and we'll have more and more children playing every day. Yeah, kids, like I always say, that you always need to feed the hippo. Yes, always need to feed the hippo. If you have a pet at home, a dog or a cat or anything, you won't leave them hungry, right? Okay, let's not feed them today. I gave him something yesterday. After 2 weeks, I'll give it something. Or after 3 days, I'll give. You won't do that, right? Right? So same is the hippo here in a temporal bliss. It needs energy every day to create new neurons and make you more smarter, yeah, and more energetic. So remember that playing is not a luxury, it is a necessity. Yes. And again, the top CEOs, the executive, managing director, chairmen, 95% of the Fortune 500 companies have played college sports. Yeah. So this goes to show that, the more active you are, the more active you are, it does impact positively on your academics. Yes. So quickly, I just wanted to share this. Sports matters. It's extremely important. It is a necessity. Fun matters. Today, I did not cover the competitive and non-competitive, but like we say, 95 to 98% children want fun, right? So it's important to keep it fun. It's important to keep it non-competitive and less pressure. Variety of sports is extremely important. Not focusing on one sport. 70% of active life of a child goes in schools. So adapting sports actively in school at the right time is very important. Parents, coaches, your involvement, parents, is extremely important. Children are watching you. Your encouragement is very important for their long-term engagement. What's also important is the way you see and the way you represent sports, right? Now, let me give you an example. We had a tournament a couple of weeks ago, and there were certain parents on the sidelines who raising their voice. They're very enthusiastic. They were very, they wanted the child to shine, and they were shouting and yelling and, guiding them throughout the tournament. So the right attitude matters. Let's not make children feel pressured. Let them just enjoy the sport or the game they are playing in. Yes. So, so the attitude, the right attitude for sports matters. So let's play sports for fun. Let's play sports for health. Yes, of course, if anybody wants to play competitive, that's a different path. Yes. So on this point, I would want to show you a video on attitude. So.
Nice putt, Frank.
Come on, Dad, focus. Widen your stance a little. Don't slouch. And don't screw up. This is the big leagues. What are you doing? Keep your eye on the ball. That was pathetic.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, sorry doesn't cut it.
So this is what we do to our kids, right? And and this is how they feel, the way we feel. So this is something that Hockey Canada has started raising awareness about. So yes, so that's what I want to discuss today. And to put everything into perspective, we'll again show you a quick video about how sports helps in the brain development as well as the fitness.
The victory of the underdog over the favored team. The last-minute penalty shot that wins the tournament. The high-energy training montages. Many people love to glorify victory on the playing field, cheer for favorite teams, and play sports. But here's a question. Should we be so obsessed with sports? Is playing sports actually as good for us as we make it out to be, or just a fun and entertaining pastime? What does science have to say? First of all, it's well accepted that exercise is good for our bodies and minds, and that's definitely true. Exercising, especially when we're young, has all sorts of health benefits, like strengthening our bones, clearing out bad cholesterol from our arteries, and decreasing the risk of stroke, high blood pressure, and diabetes. Our brains also release a number of chemicals when we work out, including endorphins. These natural hormones, which control pain and pleasure responses in the central nervous system, can lead to feelings of euphoria, or what's often called a runner's high. Increased endorphins and consistent physical activity in general can sharpen your focus and improve your mood and memory. So does that mean we'd get just as much benefit going to the gym 5 days a week as we would joining a team and competing? Well, here's where it gets interesting. Because it turns out that if you can find a sport and a team you like, Studies show that there are all sorts of benefits that go beyond the physical and mental benefits of exercise alone. Some of the most significant are psychological benefits, both in the short and long term. Some of those come from the communal experience of being on a team. For instance, learning to trust and depend on others, to accept help, to give help, and to work together towards a common goal. In addition, commitment to a team and doing something fun can also make it easier to establish a regular habit of exercise. School sport participation has also been shown to reduce the risk of suffering from depression for up to 4 years. Meanwhile, your self-esteem and confidence can get a big boost. There are a few reasons for that. One is found in training. Just by working at skills, especially with a good coach, you reinforce a growth mindset within yourself. That's when you say, even if I can't do something today, I can improve myself through practice and achieve it eventually. That mindset is useful in all walks of life. And then there's learning through failure, one of the most transformative long-term benefits of playing sports. The experience of coming to terms with defeat can build the resilience and self-awareness necessary to manage academic, social, and physical hurdles. So even if your team isn't winning all the time, or at all, there is a real benefit to your experience. Now, not everyone will enjoy every sport. Perhaps one team is too competitive, or not competitive enough. It can also take time to find the sport that plays to your strengths. That's completely okay. But if you spend some time looking, you'll be able to find a sport that fits your individual needs. And if you do, there are so many benefits. You'll be a part of a supportive community. You'll be building your confidence. You'll be exercising your body, and you'll be nurturing your mind. Not to mention having fun.
So that was all in a nutshell. And, stay going. Okay, so then quickly, 60 minutes of organized play is important every day, after school or within community. We have to cut down on our screen time, encourage at least one team game, whatever game you choose, and multiple sports. So these are the key takeaways, I would say. At the end of the day, it'd be great if all of us can replicate in our daily routine. So thank you so much. I think I'm through with the presentation. I'm open to questions if anybody has any questions.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for enlightening us on the various aspects of sports. Now, I hand over the session to Abhijit sir for the question answer session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Wonderful. Thank you, ma'am. It's a wonderful explanation from Shweta in easiest way. हमें बहुत अच्छी तरीके से उन्होंने बताया है और बहुत ही आसान शब्दों में कि खेलना स्पोर्ट्स क्यों जरूरी है, और इसी वजह से हमारे कुछ स्टूडेंट्स आपको कुछ प्रश्न पूछने में उत्साहित है. So I request Sanchi Jain ask question to Shweta. Over to you, Sanchi.
Good morning, one and all. My name is Sanchi Jain. I study in 8th standard. My question to you is, when and how much time should be devoted for sports in a day, and which time should be appropriate for it?
Very nice. हमें खेल के लिए एक दिन कब और कितना समय देना और इसके लिए कौन सा समय उपयुक्त है? Over to you, ma'am.
Fantastic question. Thank you for that, Sachi. So, as I mentioned in my presentation also, anything which is 60 minutes is not acceptable. So till the age of 12 years, 13 years, it has to be 60 minutes. It has to increase as you go into maybe adolescent and all that. 60 to 90 minutes. But 60 minutes of sports activities or any cardiovascular physical activities is extremely important. What time of the day? Of course, morning is the best time. But then again, if you cannot find a time in the morning, any time between maybe 1 to 4 p.m. is good. But after that, or late in the evening, again, you will activate your brain, and then it has a different kind of impact on your evening activities, whatever you do. So the best is morning, preferably. I hope that answers your question. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. सुबह का समय सबसे अच्छा समय खेलने के लिए, ऐसा मैम ने हमें बताया. Now we move ahead for our next question. So I request Dilip Rajput ask question to the Shweta ma'am. Over to you, Dilip.
My name is Vijay Vallabh, standard 6. I would like to ask one question. My question is how academics and sports should be balanced?
Nice. हमें शिक्षा और खेलों को किस प्रकार से संतुलित करना चाहिए? Over to you, ma'am.
This is a very age-old question, you know. It's something that even we have been, we have been questioned always कि बचपन में हमेशा time कम पड़ जाता था हमें खेलने के लिए और parents के साथ हमेशा बहस होती थी. So I think it's something that's continuing, right? So let me put it this way, okay? Like I said, there are few things which are negotiable, few things which are non-negotiable. हमें पढ़ाई और sports के बीच में नहीं चुनना है. पहले हमें ये समझना है. ये दोनों ही अनिवार्य है. तो आपको पढ़ाई भी करनी है, आपको स्पोर्ट्स भी करना है. जो अनिवार्य नहीं है, जो नेगोशिएबल है, राइट? तो जैसे आपका फूड, मतलब आपका न्यूट्रिशन, आपकी हाइजीन, हेल्थ, सेफ्टी, your studies, sports are non-negotiable. It has to happen every day. Okay, it has to be taken care of. What is non-negotiable, right? जो आप compromise कर सकते हैं, TV time, your screen time, your maybe your junk food, जो भी होता है, right? So that is negotiable. तो आपको balance study, पढ़ाई और sports में नहीं करना है. आपको balance अपने screen time और sports और पढ़ाई में करना है. तो I think the onus is on us. अगर हम लोग थोड़ा सा इस चीज को balance करेंगे, right? If we make our own, like we prioritize our day, how we are going to do, because you're going to be active 3 hours after you go back to school, right? So you do some study, you take out some time for sports, and maybe take out your time for you to relax as well. Screen time is something you need to see that how do you shorten it, maybe do it over the weekend, right? So that's negotiable. So I think that's very important. So we have to make our own time management. We have to prioritize on our own. Yes. So I think we need to balance between what we can negotiate and what we cannot negotiate. Thank you so much. I hope that answers your question. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. तो दिन में हम 1 घंटा तो हमारे खुद के लिए निकाल ही सकते हैं. तो खेल की वजह से पढ़ाई में कोई भी रुकावट नहीं आती है, यह हमें अभी पता चला. सो पेरेंट्स एंड स्टूडेंट्स, तो ये बात मन से निकाल दीजिए कि खेल कूद की वजह से हमारे पढ़ाई में कुछ गलत असर पड़ेगा. थैंक यू मैम. Now we move our next question. Now I request Diya Kalankati to ask question to Shweta ma'am. Over to you, Diya.
Good morning to one and all. Myself Diya Kalantri. I study in standard 8. Ma'am, I would like to ask you a question that how should we focus on one game and how should that game be developed?
Nice. हमें एक खेल पर कैसे ध्यान देना चाहिए और उस खेल को कैसे विकसित करना चाहिए. Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah, very good question. Again, I would still emphasize, we still emphasize कि आपको multiple sports पे जाना चाहिए. वो आपके different brain as well as body को improve करता है. लेकिन अगर आपको एक पे focus करना है, then you have to choose a game. हम लोग generally कहते हैं जो 10 years and above होते हैं, जिनके gross motor skills काफी improve हुए रहते हैं, उन्हें एक sport में choose करना चाहिए. What is important is of course consistency. So twice a week, thrice a week करके, if you're planning, अगर आप consistently करना चाहते हो कहीं कॉम्पिटिटिव जाने के लिए, जैसे आप फुटबॉल खेल रहे हो लीग्स खेलने के लिए, या बैडमिंटन जा रहे हो डिस्ट्रिक्ट या नेशनल्स खेलने के लिए, तो यू हैव टू गिव अ 10,000 आवर्स कमिटमेंट इज वी नीड टू रियलाइज. व्हाट इज 10,000 आवर्स ऑफ कमिटमेंट? मतलब नेक्स्ट 5-10 साल में आप रोज 5 से 6 घंटा उस गेम में डालेंगे, मेहनत करेंगे, ठीक है, अपने सारे इसमें से टाइम निकाल के आप उस पर फोकस करेंगे, तब आप कॉम्पिटिटिव गेम्स में जा सकते हैं. लेकिन आप एक गेम पे, बिकॉज आपको गेम बहुत पसंद है and that's the reason why you want to continue with that sport, then I think just go with the multiple sport approach and maybe have a major game and a minor game. Like I like badminton, so I'll play 3 days badminton. Martial arts is okay for me, so I'll maybe do 1 or 2 days of martial arts. Yeah, so if you don't want to go competitive, then maybe go for a major game. Yeah, for that. And then it's very important to be coached under the right guidance. Right, so of course one is the free play thing, which we should do with our friends, but organized play is very important for you to know that how a game is played properly. It reduces injury, it helps you in developing the games, so that when you grow up, whenever you go and play somewhere else, you know the right techniques and you have lesser number of injuries and you enjoy the game. Yes, so then this would be what I would do if I want to continue playing one game. I hope it answers your question. Thank you.
Very right. Now we move over to our next question. I request Krish Prajapat ask next question to Shweta. Over to you, Krish.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Krish Prajapat. I am in standard 6. The question is, should we follow some special diet to be able to do more physical activities?
Nice. क्या हमें अधिक शारीरिक गतिविधियों को करने में सक्षम होने के लिए कुछ विशेष आहार का पालन करना चाहिए? Over to you, ma'am.
Very good question. Yes, absolutely. हमें जैसे मैंने पूरा बताया कि हमें ब्रेन में एनर्जी देने के लिए हमें फिजिकल एक्टिविटी करनी है, अपने बॉडी को एनर्जी देने के लिए वी हैव टू ईट द राइट फूड, राइट, एंड राइट फूड इज द एनर्जी गिविंग फूड, योर कार्ब्स, राइट. सो कार्बोहाइड्रेट जितना खाएंगे तो आपको उतनी एनर्जी आएगी. फिर प्रोटीन्स, राइट, विच जो आपको मसल स्ट्रेंथ में आपको हेल्प करेगा, उससे इंजरीज कम होगा, यू विल फील बेटर, आपके स्किल्स बेटर होंगे, राइट. देन द विटामिन्स, द मिनरल्स एंड विटामिन्स एक्सट्रीमली इंपॉर्टेंट इन योर बॉडी. What are negotiable are the junk food or the processed food. Okay, खा सकते हैं लेकिन थोड़े इसमें, because that also impacts your body. So if you want to continue playing and continue playing well, you have to continue to eat healthy food, because that's going to help your body muscles, your brain and everything to grow. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. सबसे जरूरी बात है जंक फूड्स. जितना हो सके उतना आपको उससे दूर रहना जरूरी है अगर आपको आपका शारीरिक विकास ठीक से करना है. Thank you, ma'am. Now we move on next question. I request Parshvi Shah ask the next question to Shweta, ma'am. Over to you, Parshvi.
Good morning, one and all. My name is Parshvi Shah. I study in standard 8. My question is, how can we convince our parents to allow us to allow us to enjoy our sport activities along with our studies?
Right. अभी बच्चों को तो खेलना होता है, लेकिन अभी हम उनके पेरेंट्स को कैसे कन्विंस करें, कैसे मनाएं कि स्पोर्ट्स भी हमारे लिए जरूरी है. तो उनका क्वेश्चन है, हमें अपने माता पिता को अपनी पढ़ाई के साथ साथ खेल गतिविधियों में का आनंद लेने के लिए कैसे मना सकते हैं. ओवर टू यू, मैम.
Okay, so yes, so very good question. Like I said, ये हम लोग बचपन से, it's a very controversial question जो हम लोग decades से हमने भी अपने बचपन से खूब argument किए अपने parents के साथ. So I'll answer this in 2 parts. ठीक है. One is the onus is on us also, us मतलब बच्चे, right, और second parents as well. आज जो मैंने आपको दिया है, I'll call it the ब्रह्मास्त्र, right, जहाँ पे अगर आपके पेरेंट्स ने कहा नहीं जाना है खेलने, it's not this, आप बैठ के पढ़ाई करो, what do? I need to feed my hippo, right? If I don't do that, I won't be smart enough, I won't be agile enough, I won't be strong enough to grasp anything around me, right? So one, I've given you all that information which you can put forward. Parents, please understand that, like I said, that sports is a necessity. आप उनको पढ़ने के लिए बोलेंगे, लेकिन उस पढ़ाई में फोकस के लिए, उसको प्रोसेस करने के लिए, उसको वापस रिप्रोड्यूस करने के लिए, इट्स इम्पोर्टेंट कि बच्चे खेलें, right? Or energized रहे. So it cannot be a second priority for them. Kids, what's also important is to make our own plan, right? हमें पढ़ाई और इसके बीच में नहीं चुनना है, हमें अपने टाइम को ठीक से यूटिलाइज करना है. तो अगर हमारे पास 3 घंटे हैं, तो उसमें हम कितना टाइम कहाँ देंगे, और अपने पेरेंट्स को प्रॉमिस करेंगे कि इससे ज्यादा हम टाइम नहीं देंगे. ऐसा नहीं है कि हम खेलने के लिए we've said that we've gone for 45 minutes and 1.5 hours, parents are looking around, my child has not come back home, right? So then let's also keep our promise, let's keep our schedule, keep our timeline, and then we tell them, okay, you know what, I have made a schedule, I want to play 45 minutes, I'm going to do 1 hour of my work and my homework, and this much time I need for that. And then maybe you're in a better position कि फिर शायद आपको argument ना करना पड़े. So yeah, so I hope that helps. Thank you.
बहुत ही जरूरी बात कही है कि स्टूडेंट्स, आपको अगर आप अपनी पढ़ाई समय पे करोगे, आपने एफर्ट्स अपने पेरेंट्स से लेकर मैं मेरी पढ़ाई समय पे पूरी कर रहा हूँ, तो आपके पेरेंट्स आपको हेल्प करेंगे गो एंड प्ले. नाउ आई रिक्वेस्ट आवर प्रिंसिपल मैम टू गिव हर व्यूज. ओवर टू यू मैम.
Thank you, Abhijit. Today, we had an outstanding sports personality, Mrs. Shweta Singh, for the webinar on an interesting topic, sports. Chalo khele. Madam, we really appreciate you for sparing your valuable time for us. Our viewers were enlightened how sports play a vital role in their life. When and how much time should be devoted for sports in a day? How academics and sports should be balanced? How sports helps in developing intelligence and makes us smarter? Our viewers were enlightened by the way you presented about sports, and it also boosted our energy to refresh ourselves again. Thank you, madam. Over to you, Farida.
Let us be grateful to people who make us happy, impart knowledge. They are the charming gardeners who make our souls blossom. So, I, Farida Sayyed, on behalf of Acharya Shri Vijay Vallabh School, take the honor to propose a hearty vote of thanks. My heart fills with lots of gratitude and respect to thank our today's speaker, Mrs. Shweta Singh, for enlightening and enriching us with enormous knowledge and for valuable presence. A heartfelt thanks to our chairman, Shri Subhashji Parmar sir, committee members, trust members, principals, teachers, parents, and dear students for their enormous support. A special thanks to our technical team for their firm support to make this webinar a grand success. Thank you all, the enthusiastic, active, and encouraging viewers for joining us to Facebook Live and appreciating us by your valuable comments. Thank you all and stay tuned with Vijay Vallabh Sunday Hour for more such fascinating and exclusive webinars. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Acharya Shri Vijay Vallabh School, Pune, India. Thanks all our viewers for giving their overwhelming response. Thanks to our today's eminent speaker. A special thanks to our chairman, Shri Subhashji Parmar. A big thanks to our organizing team, Mrs. Snehal Khataukar, Principal, Mr. Kalpesh Darji, Team Leader, Mrs. Farida Sayyed, Teacher, Mr. Abhijit Galsasi, Teacher, Mrs. Itisha Shah, Teacher, Miss Bhavika Rathod, Teacher, Mrs. Aparna Dhaigude, Team Member, Ms. Daksha Dhalawat, Team Member. Once again, thank you all. Thank you all the viewers for watching this webinar. We look forward seeing you next Sunday for yet another interesting webinar. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you.